Today I'm going to show you how to create a LinkedIn profile, what to include, how to get started, and how to set yourself up so that you can use LinkedIn to grow your business, extend your professional network, or even to find your next job. Welcome back to LinkedIn with Louise. My name is Louise Brogan and I create content to help you leverage LinkedIn. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss any of the new content. Our topic today is how to use LinkedIn for beginners. And the reason LinkedIn is important is because in 2022, there are over 800 million people who have LinkedIn accounts. The platform is growing all the time. It is the place where business gets done, the social media platform for both professionals and business owners who want to build relationships online. And that's what I'm going to help you with today. So let's jump over to the screen and I'm going to walk you through how to create your LinkedIn profile for beginners. So we are now on the LinkedIn desktop, and if you are completely brand new to LinkedIn, go to linkedin.com and create an account, and then we will go into the top 10 areas that you need to know about on your LinkedIn profile that are going to help you as a beginner. So we'll go into our profile. This is the profile here, and this is your introductory card at the top, and we're going to start with number 1 is your profile photograph. So that is this picture here. What you need to know about your profile photograph is it should be a clean, clear headshot of you. You'll see people down on the right hand side here who have not got any profile photograph in this example, or possibly you have people where they are, maybe the background is a little bit dark. I would maybe lighten that background, and there are videos here on the channel. Go and check on how to create that white background around your profile photograph. But it should be an up-to-date, clean, clear profile photograph of you looking at the camera, and smiling always helps. That is number 1. Number 2, we're going to look at your background image. The background image is very key to getting found on LinkedIn in terms of standing out when people are looking at your profile. And it is this piece here at the back behind your photograph. So to change that, you just click on the little pen on the right hand side, and you can, if we remove that one, we can change the photograph. So to add your profile background photograph, we are going to click on Edit Profile Background, and we're going to pick on an image I have made already, banner, which one to select and click Open. And because I've made one to fit the exact size, check in the notes below for the sizing of the images, and we're going to click Apply. This should put the image into the profile, so you can see the difference it makes when you have got a profile image for your profile and your background cover image as well. So have something in there that reflects you and what you do in your role. It could be members of your team, it could be your banner or your logo. So that is how you update your background photograph. So next we will be looking at our headline, which is this part of your profile here. If you have not written a headline, then LinkedIn will pull whatever you put as your most recent position into here. So to edit your headline, simply go to the pen on the right hand side, and we'll scroll down, and your headline goes in here. I am a fan of separating out areas of your headline with this vertical line here. So LinkedIn marketing for professional services companies, small business champion, speaker. That's it. Click on Save, and that is how you add to your headline. Where your headline becomes useful is when you are commenting on other people's content. Let me just show you. Your headline shows up. So under activity, let's see where my most recent comment is. So it says, I made a comment here and people can see my name, my photograph, and here is my headline. So that is number 3. Next, we are going to look at the About summary on your profile. So if you scroll down through your profile, this is the next section. Here is our About section. So this is an area where you get to say what it is that you do and encourage people to reach out to you. I want to show you a couple of other About sections as well as my own. But basically, I'm writing in what my key thing that I do is in here, how I can help people, who we work with, and at the very bottom, very importantly, invite people to connect with you. Let me just show you a couple of great About sections that I like on LinkedIn. So Fiona Walsh is a PowerPoint specialist, and her About section introduces helpful information about using PowerPoint. She can train us, she can share tips. Who is she? She has been featured in Forbes, she has 13 years experience as a corporate trainer, and at the bottom she says how you can reach out and get in touch with her. Excellent. And the final example I'm going to show you is Jamie Ray, who is a project manager working with the electric storage company in Belfast. And on his About section, it tells you at the very start what his focus is on. Then he asks about what do you know about the UK energy sector, which is the area he's working in. And then he is giving helpful information. And then at the very bottom, he's saying connect with me on LinkedIn. And then he has got his email down below as well. This one is different to Fiona's and mine in that there are no coloured emojis. However, there are short paragraphs. It is not overwhelming and is not just about Jamie and his work history. So that is your About section. Let's move now to the Featured section. So the Featured section on your profile is the area where it's really your highlight reel. So if we scroll down and add profile section again, you want to go to Recommended and click on Add Featured. So this is where you can add in different areas to your profile. So I'm going to update mine here. So if we were adding something new, we click on Add New, add a link. So add a link and we can link through to, let's click to one that we have here, Work With Me, and click on Add. Are you ready to level up your LinkedIn? Add your description in here and your thumbnail, and then click Save. And this now appears on your Featured section. You can then reorder whatever way you want them to be. So you click on the pencil here, and this is how up here, this is how you can rearrange what you've got in your LinkedIn Featured section. Just literally drag and drop like this. There we go. And make sure the things that are most relevant to what you're doing right now are prioritized. So we're going to click on the X. How does it look on our profile? There we go. So number one, are you ready to level up your LinkedIn, is the top thing on the Featured section. Now we're going to add in our Experience section, which is number 5. So your experience, again, go to Add Profile section at the top right hand side, and this is actually Add Position is what we use for this. So you can turn on your network notification if you wish. You don't have to, but you want to fill in the fields with the asterisks. So for example, let's type in graduate trainee and say we're a graduate management trainee. Employment type, full-time. Choose the company that you are working for. So when you type in your company name, you'll see positions below that come up with the company logo. So pick the one that is relevant to you. You can put in the location if you wish, and you can say also then when you started in this role. And scroll down, then you have your industry in here. So that would be technology for this industry. So let's just type in technology, information and internet. In your description, you can write up to 2,000 characters about the role that you have, and scroll down, and then you want to add in top 5 skills for this role. So if we are, let's see, well, we're not graduate recruitment, but we're going to say technology. So let's say we're doing information technology and you want to add up to 5 skills in here. these will also appear in your skills section, which we'll be looking at shortly. And then down at the bottom, you can also add in a link to the company website with media. So you click on Add Media, add the link and type in the company's website in there. Then you click Save. And if you want to share the new position with your network, you can. You don't have to. Click Skip. If you click that, did you find this job on LinkedIn? Yes. You can display LinkedIn helped me get this job on my profile if you wish. I'll just show you what that looks like. So graduate management trainee, Microsoft full-time, LinkedIn helped me get this job. That's what it looks like on your profile. To remove a position or to edit it, click on the pencil on the right hand side, click on the pencil on that role, and you can edit it as you wish and click Save, or you can just simply delete that experience and it removes it from your profile. So that is your experience section. Number 7 in our LinkedIn profile for beginners is now going to be your education section. So you can see the University of Dundee appears here on my profile, and I want to add in my education section. As we scroll down, you'll notice the Add Profile section appears again here. Add Profile section, and we are looking for Add Education. So click on Education, and this is where you're going to add in your school or college. So let's put in Belfast Metropolitan College. Degree, so let's say Higher National Diploma. Field of study, let's do computer science, yes. And when did this happen? January. So put in all the details that you can. End date, let's put in June 2022. Or if this finishes in the future, put it in for the future date because it says or expected date. In which case we don't know our grade, and then any activities or societies. So maybe you are in the marching band, maybe you are in the debating team. Put those pieces of information in your activities and societies. Under your description, you may be doing a certain project in your education. Put that in here as well, and you can add in a link to your the college or university you went to. The easiest one I'm going to put in here then is going to be, because I know it, is DCU, just to show you what it looks like. So click Add, it says Title, DCU Home, so that's Dublin City University, so you can edit that if you want. And there's a thumbnail up here, so click on Apply. I'm going to click Save. And let's scroll down to check our education section, which sits underneath the experience section. And you can now see Belfast Metropolitan College appearing here with its logo and the link to the external website. So again, I'm going to remove that piece from my education because I did not go there and I am not doing computer science at that college. So that is how you add in your education section. The next key area I want you to look at are adding in the skills on your profile. So these are skills that you want to be found for. When someone is looking for the role that you do or the business that you run, and people will be looking in the search bar for these skills up here. So for example, if I type in project management here, and we're going to see people who have that as their skill. So that's who's going to show up for us. So if we clicked on, for example, Stephanie Rapone, you can imagine that in her, it's showing us her services page, that's excellent. It's going to show you people who have that as a skill on their profile. So let's go back to the skills section on my profile, scroll down, and you simply add in skills by clicking on the plus sign. Again, LinkedIn will suggest things to you, so content management, that is something we do within our company, so I'm going to add that into where I put that to good use, and anything else that I want to put that under. So you can select where you use this skill and click Save, and it says add in more skills. So click on add skill and keep going until you are happy with the skills you have listed on your profile. And then we're going to scroll back down and see how it looks. So they are in order of what I have recently added. So I want to remove project management from my skills section. Remember, we put that in when we were playing around with the experience section. So all I do is go to the pencil sign and delete skill. Delete. There we are. It is now removed from my profile. I'm also going to delete project planning from my profile as well. These are things I have added in while I have been working with clients. So I'm just going to tidy up my skills section. So then you can see in the skills that the skills I have listed, it tells you where I'm using these skills and people who have endorsed me for those skills as well. The three little dots here says reorder. So maybe I want LinkedIn marketing to come above content management. Simply reorder them, click on the X, and they have been reordered. So that is your skills section, which is number 8. Now we're going to look at the recommendations section. And again, if you haven't got recommendations yet, this will not show on your profile. So click on Add Profile section and you can go down to see it's under Recommended. Recommendations under Recommended, makes sense. So click on Recommendations, and to add a recommendation, this is interesting because you have to ask for a recommendation or else give a recommendation. So we're going to ask for a recommendation, and it has to be from somebody who is in your personal network here on LinkedIn. So I am going to ask a friend of mine, Jackie Benjamin, can she recommend me for my LinkedIn work? So type her name in and you click continue, and it can find her because they are all people who are your first level connection. How do you know Jackie? Jackie and I have worked together. So you work with Jackie in the same group, position at the time as a LinkedIn consultant and trainer, and you can leave it as it is. Hi Jackie, would you like me a recommendation please? Or you could say, hi Jackie, I really enjoyed working together with you on the project we delivered for Microsoft Startups. Could you write me a recommendation please for my LinkedIn profile? And then you simply hit send, and it sends the recommendation request to the person who you're asking for the recommendation from. It's a good idea to give people recommendations as well. So the last one I did was in September and the previous one was in June. So this is good for you to be generous and give other people recommendations as well as asking for them for yourself. So I do recommend that if you've worked with somebody and you know they're good at what they do, then send them a recommendation. It's a very good relationship building technique as well. So the final thing I want to show you when you are working on LinkedIn profiles as a beginner, and even for those of you who've had your profile for a while but you really needed to just kind of do a bit of an update on it, is creating your personal profile URL. So let me just move up this window and you can see that my profile URL is louisebrogan.com/in/Louise Brogan. The difference being with other people, if we click on a random selection, we have this lady Norma Kelly, and hers has a big string of numbers and letters after her name. So what I want you to do is remove that string of numbers and letters, and that is by creating a personal profile URL. So go to the top of your newsfeed, and on the right hand column you'll see Edit Public Profile and URL. Click on that button and it says over here Edit Your Custom URL, and click on the little pencil to the right of that, and in here you can remove that string of numbers and letters after your name. If you have a name that lots of other people also have, you may put a hyphen in it or you might put a middle initial. So be creative with your name and get a personalized URL that you can then add to your email signature. When you meet people or you're a guest on a podcast, it's much easier to share your URL when it is short like this without a string of numbers and letters. So hopefully those 10 things are going to help you with your profile. So Let me know down below if you have any questions about LinkedIn profiles. I would be delighted to help you, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay with the channel.